All right. I'm a little bit anxious for
About
tomorrow.
what's there to be anxious? Oh, you're right. That's
Yeah,
true.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Good luck.
Thanks. I mean, like, I'm worried about everything except the actual procedure. Because, like, I've had, like, a colonoscopy before, but I was knocked out for it. But, like, the main thing that worries me is I'm not allowed to eat or drink anything. And I know I feel very sick if I don't eat or drink. And the IV, I hate having stuff put in. Oh my god. Horrible. But, like, actually, like, laying down and having a camera done, I think's alright. So,
The IV is the worst. If you're dehydrated as well, they always say like be as hydrated as you can for needles. If they're telling you you've got to be dehydrated, and then they're going to stuck a massive thing in your arm.
Yeah.
So sorry, you've got to go through that.
But yeah, when I was looking it up, they said, "Oh, when you have an endoscopy, you know, they'll put the IV in your arm," and I'm like, "No, I've had it in my hand before. Can I have it in the hand?" So I was reading through the paperwork, and it seems like they can do it in the hand as well. So I'm gonna request that because I feel like at least that's something I can brace for. Because there's just something about the sensitive, like, arm area.
Yeah, I've had an upper GI. I've had an endoscope, and it's they put it in my hand, and I'm opposite. I would have much preferred them just put it in the vein. I was come on, like the hand thing. I was like, oh come on, like it's my hand. Stop. Like I hated it. But you know it's you're knocked out. You count down to like you'll make it to like 8, and then you're out.
Yeah, so
you're like 10, 9.
I'm not. They're not. They're not actually putting me to sleep. But
they're not.
No, but I will be sedated slightly. So, like, you know, conscious but not so aware. But my doctor is very good. But he said, you know, I'm trained to do it sedated and non-sedated. And I was thinking, how many people say non-sedated?
I know.
He's like, well, it's a lot of people don't have anyone to pick them up, so then they'll go for the non-sedated one because then they need to drive afterwards. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's like we had that conversation about wisdom teeth when I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and I had to listen to like 2 hours of golf talk. You know, the anesthesiologist was talking to the surgeon or the maxillofacial surgeon about golf for like 2 hours. And I was like aware of it. I was supposed to be knocked out.
I'm jealous that you guys like even get some sedation for that, because when I had a wisdom teeth pulled out, it was just like a local numbing thing. There was like no sedation.
Really?
Yeah, no sedation or anything.
I had them give me like every hardcore drug they had to like when I got my teeth out.
I tell you, it wasn't nice. I started like I could feel you can't feel the pain, but your brain knows that something's going wrong because they're pulling something out of your head and you've got like all the pressure. So
the pressure.
I started feeling
crunching and pressure,
like a panic response. Not like me being scared, but like the body was going into flight. And I was thinking, okay, well, that's probably why they give you the sedation, but I didn't have anything. So I was like, well, you can't pull out now because like your tooth is half out. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I had to have orthodontic surgery back in college, and now they were listening to Christmas tunes all during the surgery, and so now every time I hear Christmas music, I think of that surgery. Yeah, it was awful.
Oh my god, it's horrible. That's horrible. It's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Ah!
I tell you what though, if you have like proper tooth pain, like an infection, you'll go through anything just to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's true. That tooth pain, it's one of those most annoying, painful things, man.
Yeah, wisdom tooth infection was it's a bit weird comparing pain, but I was gonna say it's the second most painful thing I've ever felt, but it was longer lasting. Wow. The first most painful thing was when I think I tore something in my colon, which was not nice. But the wisdom tooth lasted the longest amount of time, and it's the sort of thing where you take painkillers and you can precisely feel when they start kicking in, and then when they start coming back, like down to like the minutes, and you can go, oh, I can feel it coming, because it's like it's such a constant pain. You can feel like the change caused by the. Never felt anything like that before. It's so weird.
Yeah, I was on Percocet after I got my wisdom teeth pulled, and then the very next day on Percocet, the guys, so my friends were like, "Hey, you want to?" I was living in New Jersey, so I don't know if you guys seen Jersey Shore, but they're like, "We want to go to Seaside Heights?" I was like, okay. So I'm all, like dosed up on Percocet with like these big like like gauze in my mouth, walking around the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Seaside, New Jersey was fun.
Yeah, you guys get like
good times.
A lot of you get your wisdom teeth all pulled out at once, don't you?
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah, 4 at once.
Yeah, we don't really do that here.
No. I got all mine pulled out at the same time.
You did too? Yeah.
Yeah.
They consider it too dangerous here, I think, for the lower ones, because if they haven't erupted far enough, then the roots are too close to the nerve that runs along like the base here, and if you damage that, then you can paralyze part of your face, as far as I'm aware, or like lose feeling in part of your face. So they
there's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah.
Like you could lose your smell. They told me, or I don't know. I was very nervous for it, but I don't remember. I remember one thing, and it was I was telling the assistant nurse lady that they should make fidget spinners of their company name, with their company name on it, and that's all I remember. It's when fidget spinners were in.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because I kept fidgeting with the little tube for the nose or whatever, and I was just playing with it.
Wow. I feel like in the UK, they really hold back on the drugs.
Yeah.
You just get a needle in the gum and then you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Tell you not to shut your mouth.
Yeah, it was really weird because my dentist is amazing. My family's been going to her for like, I think this is the 2nd generation now, because her dad used to do it, she's doing it, and I think her daughter is also training up to do it as well. So it's like this whole family thing.
Wow.
But whenever they need an x-ray or something, they only do a very local one, like a very small one. And it's always like, oh, we'll only do it if we need to do it. But then when I was in Florida once, and I had a little bit of an infection going, so I went to a local dentist, and I was a bit worried about it because I'd never been to like any healthcare thing in America ever. Never been in an American hospital or a dentist. So I went in, and it was like this super over the top, like modern. Everything's white, and like we don't have doors here. You just walk in. It's all very spacious. And they were just like, "Come, let's give you a full X-ray. Like, just stick your head in." They just do it. They're like, "Oh, no need. That's for free." But yeah, it was just a completely different attitude. Because here it's very conservative, like, we'll only do it if we need to do it, that's important. But there they were like, let's do it now, let's just go for it. We've never met you before, but that's fine. Yeah.
Sure.
So I took...
Do you want to see your ribs?
Yeah. They clearly wanted the business and the publicity as well, because they gave me some, there's this mouthwash called hexadiene gluconate. And here you can buy it over the counter because it's not dangerous. But in America, you need a prescription or something like that. So they gave it to me, and they were just like, "Oh, you can have it for free. That's fine." Because I think because we had a big chat about how dentistry works in the UK by comparison, and I think they probably thought I was going to go back and like talk about their business and like give them some free publicity or something. So they were very nicely like shaking our hands afterwards. It's just such a strange, but. I don't know where I'm going with it.
I love how in the UK it's like a complimentary lollipop for the dentist, and then in America it's like have an X-ray.
The dentist.
Yeah,
have an X-ray and a lollipop. Welcome to the dentist. Here, have some sugar. Like, what?
I was just gonna say, I think they only give you that pre-surgery. If you're gonna have something done on your mouth, they give you. Yeah, so you were lucky.
Yeah. They we found that I had an extra wisdom tooth as well, which is interesting. And I asked my regular dentist, is that gonna like cause any trouble because it's above and like behind another wisdom tooth? It's like further up in the skull. She was like, no, it's fine. Like they don't grow through. Apparently it's really rare to have a supernumerary tooth anyway, and then it's even rarer to have an extra wisdom tooth. But it has like it's grown to a small amount. I was like, you sure it's not going to grow anymore, because that's going to be really problematic. She's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I hope she's right.
Hope so.
That's really weird. I didn't have any wisdom teeth on the bottom.
Really?
You didn't have any?
Well, that's lucky, because they're
I know
they're the problematic ones.
That's really lucky. You lucked out there.
Damn.
It's like my wife didn't need braces at all. I'm hoping my kids follow in that suit because I'm like looking at the bill going, hey, I don't want to pay for that.
Oh,
please don't have my mouth.
Braces are a tricky thing here as well because most people pay for braces here. However, if your teeth are so bad to a certain threshold, they can be considered like under the NHS, so you get it paid for instead. And they literally like measure like how your teeth are out of line, and then if they're past a certain measurement, then you get them for free. So yeah.
So do you have to wait to get them for free? Wait until they're so bad.
Yeah. No, not really a good idea.
What if you just like go into a pub and just go, Manchester United sucks, and then just get like knocked around, and then like your whole teeth are messed up. You're like, now I get it for free.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any teeth. You just need to get implants.
Yeah, you need implants at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I can't chew. Now I get free teeth.
Yeah, but I find these differences quite fascinating. Really. Now I want to see what it's like inside of an actual American hospital. Okay, that's a bit of a bad wish. That's kind of weird.
not at the moment. You don't.
No.
Wait about a year. I think. Let COVID pass and then check it out. A lot of them are pretty state of the art. Really cool. But it comes with a price. You either have to pay out the nose for insurance, or you have to pay for the hospital bills. And so it's.
Is every hospital private?
No,
they might as well be.
May as well be.
Yeah, it might as well be. Exactly. You're right. They might as well be because you're paying for it here. So it comes with on the good part, it's state of the art. Really high tech. On the bad side, you're stuck with the bill a lot of the time. So depends on your insurance and everything else, but you're always paying for it. So we don't have free healthcare. So for better or worse, it's just we never got it here. So
I'm paying to go private tomorrow, and I think this actually helps reduce some of the anxiety.
Do you know how long you've got to be there for?
They said like 2 to 3 hours max, so not that long at all.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's not going to be a long procedure. It's usually not.
Yeah.
But you'll be fine. I just wish you luck, because it's
Yeah.
You get to keep the footage.
What was that?
You get to keep the footage.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should ask them.
We could put it on Blender Nest.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
We could be like, here's how you do a medical animation in Blender. Here's our reference footage.
They're going to be using like that Facebook AI to build like a 3D model of my esophagus.
Exactly.
Anyone see that?
Like, here's Curtis's.
Do you know Death Stranding? Did anyone see the trailers for that? The game? There was like the cinematic ones. The really weird thing where they go down the mouth and then suddenly a baby's head appears.
Yeah, I saw something like that. It was really bizarre. Yeah.
Is that what you're nervous about?
Yeah. Like, what the?
Yeah, I've been on that. I got back into my bizarre kick of doing like weird like slime stuff, tentacles, slimy whatever, and I had seen that when I was like looking for like reference. I'm pretty sure I saw that. It sounds really familiar. That was freaky.
There is something that upsets me though, because I had a chest X-ray a few weeks ago as well, and I really I always want the picture, but they never give it to you, and like I don't know who to ask, because I mean it's your body. You should be able to have the imagery, but I don't know. I just don't like that they never give you the option. Like I want to use it for artwork,
Yeah. Just have your phone there and just take a snapshot of it.
Yeah.
When they show it to you.
Yeah.
I have my
that way
cat's
if they don't give it to you,
X-rays.
you have it.
Oh, your cats.
What's that?
My cat. I have his X-rays.
Yeah.
But never got my own.
Cool.
When I got hit by the car, I had the nurse take all the X-rays of all my broken bone and like sprain stuff, and that was pretty cool. So she was really good.
Oh, that's good. Then.
You got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Ow. Man. Ouch.
Yeah. How serious was it?
Riding my bike to work, and just got T-boned. It's a push bike.
Right.
And 6 days in hospital.
So you got really hurt.
Yeah. Ambulance trip was pretty cool.
Dang, Markham, I'm gonna rub your head for good luck. You just got hit by a car, surviving wildfires. My goodness, very lucky.
That was like 6 years ago, 8 years ago, so it's fine now. Whatevs.
What was the damage, if you don't mind me asking?
So damage was really bad gravel rash all through here, dislocated finger, broken toe, pretty bad bruising on the shoulder. Because what happened is, because it was dense traffic, and I was already going about 35 k's an hour, and I could see him in the corner of my just go, because there was a break in the traffic, and they just went. So I tried to pedal out of it, and I think the thing said I got up to about 45 k's because I just started, pedaling even faster. And then they just clipped the back wheel, and I think I passed out in midair because I was going that way, but then when I landed, I was facing the other way. And everyone stopped. At that time, I was in senior exec support, so I could feel my phone ringing on my back, and I'm like, nah, I'm not picking that up. So,
Damn.
Luckily enough, the guy behind me that saw it, he worked for the same agency as me, so he was able to call my boss and go, yeah, you got hit by a car.
Oh, what are the chances, man? Wow. Glad you're okay though.
Were you wearing lycra for that? Because that's not very protective.
Was I? I think I would have been, yeah. Just because, well, regardless, nothing would have protected me from, flipping midair. I was wearing a backpack, so I think that would have taken a bit of the brunt. Nice. I don't know what happened to my helmet, so I didn't actually see if I hit my head. So, but yeah, that was, a bit of a break. So that was interesting because obviously no computer for a couple of days, which, was nice to reevaluate. And as well, I know at that point, I was very work focused. So it's kind of like a good reassess yourself.
Yeah.
Before you check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Even though I wrecked myself.
You wrecked yourself. You wrecked yourself, then you had to check yourself.
So
damn.
There you go. There's my story.
Ouch.
Anyone else?
And while I was in hospital, I tried to read Lord of the Rings. Worst book.
Whoa.
No.
You didn't like it. Wow.
A whole book for them to do a walk is the first one. That's it. They just went for a walk. And then they're telling me, if you go down that street, that's the dude who sells this kind of ale, which comes from this farm all the way over. I can't do it. I got up to, it's a second time trying to read it. I got up to where they all met the elves in the forest. I was like, I can't do it. I'm stuck here. I would rather be bored than read this book.
Wow.
Such a
I love that. I love that book. I just read it the second time.
I suppose it's quite a heavy choice for a hospital book.
Yeah, that in the I don't know if I'd read that in a hospital.
But it's kind of the fact I'm stuck. I'm going to read this because this is 8 years ago. Did we have smartphones?
8 years ago? They just started.
Yeah.
Because I think my work phone was a BlackBerry, so that's the equivalent of didn't have a smartphone and I'd rather not do anything than read this book.
Yeah, my whole thing with that book is that they could have just they could have just called the Eagles and flew to Mordor, dropped the ring off, flew back. Because, the Eagles, were taking out the Nazgul at the end anyway. So I was like, well, they could have just done...
Yeah, but there's the eye. They would have seen him.
Well, they would have seen him, but the Eagles were attacking the Nazgul anyway. So it was okay, I guess. But I love the story. There would be no story if they didn't just, have to do the walk and the adventures. So...
I've never.
But did you start at The Hobbit? Because that would have been better.
No.
Yeah, The Hobbit was a more contained story. It would have opened it all up for you. If you do try to read it again, I recommend just starting at The Hobbit. It's a much easier book.
No.
Lord of the Rings is huge.
I appreciate it, but no.
Yeah. Then don't read the Dark Tower from Stephen King either. That'll be hard to get through too. That's a crazy book. I don't know if you guys have ever read that. That series is amazing. Yeah, they tried to make a movie of it and it bombed, but man, like the story is awesome. It's like 7 books. If you can make it through the first 2 books, the rest pick up and starts going really, really, really well. But you got to make it through the first 2 books, and they're a little slow.
Yeah, I want to get ready for work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably go and have a shower and probably get an early night. I need to eat something before 7 a.m. because I'm not allowed to eat anything after 7. It's got to be something light, so like bread. And then after 11, I'm not allowed to drink anything. So I want to try and get that in first.
Yeah, have a couple of pints now.
Yeah. All right. So,
yeah, don't worry, Curtis. You'll get through it like a champ.
Yeah,
Thank
you. Will
looking off into the distance.
Thank you very much.
You will.
Yeah, how philosophical up there. You right, Tom?
Oh, I'm just sitting by the air conditioner. I'm just really tired.
All right.
Well, good luck, Curtis. Good luck, man.
Yeah,
let us know.